back in Sacramento Monday, along with Jason Ross, who is on vacation. Joining us right now, we're just going back-to-back guests from our content partners at KCRA. What a week for them. We've had Kelly Brothers. We had Lisa Gonzalez. Tried to get Walt Gray, and we still might maybe next week. We had a little miscommunication on the text lines. But dare I say, and I say this with full love for Lisa and everybody else there, but to me, the employee over there I enjoy giving kisses to the most. The one, the only, Sean Cunningham. Hey, buddy.
That's high praise. You're giving this build up, and it was funny. I was reminded of our dear friend, Ron Artest, and I was like, what is it that he used to call Mr. Carmichael, right? Didn't he call you like Mr. Carmichael? Mr. Carmichael.
Mr. Carmichael. Still, to this day, if I see him or I talk to him, Mr. Carmichael, I got a question. There are two men in the history of the world that have called me Mr. Carmichael, and you know them both and knew them both incredibly well. One was Ron Artest. Do you remember the other?
Marty McNeil.
Marty McNeil.
The best.
Mr. Carmichael.
Well, that among other things. I mean, let's be honest. Marty McNeil, among other things, that was the radio-friendly version of what he called you.
Are you implying Marty was colorful with the language?
Hey, Marty didn't care about you or your dogs.
I don't care about you or your show.
Well, yeah. That's a very inside joke, but it was hilarious.
Yeah, inside jokes are great. They're the best. Sean, what'd you want? What are we talking about today?
Wherever you want. I mean, if I'm still basking in the glow of my BottleRock experience. It's like the one vacation that I truly take. And I am still in this, like, this aura of just relaxation, even as I get back to the grind of the job. But yeah, man, it's the one thing I look forward to every single year, and it's in the rear view. I'm sad. I have hopefully some other concerts later on this season or this year coming up before, you know, the craziness of the NBA and NFL season and high school football season get going. And so I'm still basking in the glow of all that. And my goal is to try to get you and Chris, and I'm always recruiting people throughout the year to join me in Napa every single week, every single year.
Yeah, you are a diehard for BottleRock. Who is the? I know there's a bunch of them, but who are the one or two main headliners this year?
Yeah, this year was Noah Kahan, Green Day, Justin Timberlake, Ice Cube, Cage the Elephant. That gives you kind of a few of them.
Oh my gosh, you're just lame.
Why is that lame, Chris? What's wrong with that?
The BottleRock. It's just a.
Wow. It's just a what? Hold on. I don't know any. I mean, I know what the show is, but you know me in concerts. Not what is your disdain for BottleRock?
It's just meh. They just get meh. Like, there's no one like worth going and seeing. Wow. Like, they'll have like one or two. It's just like, oh man, I don't want to see a show. But like at a festival, it's like, hey, you get 20 minutes and you can be happy with that.
No,
Sean, your thoughts?
See, that's the thing. He's blaming festivals, which in general. So again, if you have to go, and I'm not totally against what he's saying. I mean, look, Green Day historically will do 3-hour shows. They're not really doing that anymore, 2.5 hour shows, but they still did like over 2 hours as a headliner on Friday. You know, so I see his point, because most times, especially if they're lower on the bill, you might get 45 minutes to an hour. But if you're a headliner, you're definitely getting more than that. And I understand the gripe. But if you have to be someplace, Dave, I mean, look, I know how you are with weather. You're kind of like me, although I'm a little bit opposite. Like, I love hot weather. You disdain it, and most people do. I know I'm a little different in that regard. But, like, think about this. Napa, Memorial Day weekend, it's 70 degrees. It's sunny. Yeah. It's beautiful. It's the kickoff of summer.
No, I'm not going to lie. If there's a place where I want a concert in May, that's amongst if I can't get on the ocean, that's about as good as it gets. By the way, Green Day, which I always have to say, by law, the one concert I ever tried to crowd surf at didn't go well. Amazing. Yeah, dude, it did not go well. It was at the Cow Palace too, dude. What's amazing about Green Day playing a 2-hour plus show is that their average song length is like 2.5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they don't have a lot of ballads, dude. they don't have a lot of 5-minute ballads, dude. It's all like ding, 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 and then that's it. Like it's so, and they still kill it live, much like watch. Much like the Kings killed it live for all these years with the California Classic at Golden One Center.
Oh,
thank you.
I see what you did there. Mm-hmm. Take a bow.
Thank you. Sean, I got, I'm confused on this thing. And then yesterday I got to know because I think I got some things wrong. But here's what it's at Chase Center. It's the Spurs and the Heat and the Lakers and the Warriors. And it started in Sacramento and then Golden State, and they split it with them. And it was altered. It was 2 sites last year, and now it's just Chase Center. And next year it'll be Golden One Center, and then it's supposed to alternate. And then the Kings, I think it's because they didn't have a first-round pick, and there was an odd number of teams, and they didn't want to try to, finding a 6th was tough. They decided to sit this one out and then focus on Vegas, and then have the Cal Classic at Golden One Center next year. Am I missing? Is that match up to what your understanding is?
Yeah, I mean, I think it also, just as a little caveat to that too, like, yeah, they also have a little bit of some change in the front office, and let's not forget, like the California Classic was really, spawned as the brainchild of assistant GM Ken Catanella back in the day, which was somebody that Scott Perry worked with at once during his brief stint initially here in Sacramento. So certainly the draw and the appeal and Summer League itself being in Sacramento means different to this region's fans than say what Chase Center is. I mean, let's be honest, for one of the 3 days it's held in Chase Center, the venue is going to sit empty, no fans. That wouldn't be the case here in Sacramento. In fact, they would, I don't know about fill the arena, but they would definitely make it to where it is a noticeably big venue to where you have a draw and you can have concessions and parking and all these things. And Golden One Center needs that. Sacramento Kings haven't gotten to the postseason, so like the Warriors have in years past, where they can go to their ledger and add all these, postseason dates where they're adding a lot of money to their, to the bank there. Sacramento needs that. So for them to, not host the venue, host it this year, and it is designed where it's supposed to ping pong. From my understanding from people I've talked to, LA wants nothing to do with it. So yeah, it's basically between the Warriors and the Kings. And, I think to me, it makes a lot of sense for that venue to still want it, for them not to be involved in it, especially after last year. And I realize it's a different regime in terms of front office, but they fielded 2 teams in the California Classic last year, which I thought was just kind of crazy. But certainly doing your due diligence, leave no stone unturned. You go from that to not participating in it this year. To each their own. I understand it might not be the most attractive to this front office that might come in a little bit behind the 8 ball and still trying to get situated and familiar and build staffs and all that kind of stuff. And maybe the California Classic is just too much of a distraction for them. Okay, maybe I get it, but yeah, it's just a little odd. I think it's a little bit disappointing because I know so many fans do look forward to it.
I guess, am I being too simplistic? I was saying this yesterday. Am I being too simplistic with saying like, screw it then, do like the Sacramento Showcase and invite the Trailblazers or the Jazz, do 2 games in 3 days. You got the defending G League champions, you've got 2nd round picks, fans that show up, makes money. And honestly, I mean, especially for a still new coach and his staff and all that, like I just don't see the harm in extra games. But maybe I'm just being naive and I don't understand how it works, truly.
Well, I think you're not wrong. I think it's easier for us to say. I think the execution of it can be a little difficult. I don't think there's a wealth of teams that want to participate in more than one summer league. And let's face it, everybody goes to Vegas. So it used to be in years past, I mean, not even that long ago, that you didn't have every NBA team participate in the Vegas Summer League. You have either the one in Florida, maybe Rocky Mountain Review. Some didn't do it at all.
Right.
So those ones still continue. California Classic still relatively new. But I'm with you, man. It is fun. I will say, Sacramento does have their own summer league. It's a semi-pro. You do see some familiar NBA faces there. They host it down in Elk Grove. The father of Eric Armstead, Gus Armstead, puts on a terrific summer league. The likes that Mitch Richmond, Matt Barnes, Ryan Anderson, these guys all played in during the summer. I go out there every year for a few days, and you see some pretty familiar faces. Kent Bazemore still trying to compete and find some run and see if there's an opportunity that might exist. And a lot of players that play overseas and some familiar faces, some familiar names. So maybe that's something that is a lure, and maybe someone can go check that out if they're really desperate to see some summer league basketball. But otherwise, you kind of turn your attention to Vegas, where as it stands now, Sacramento won't have a first round pick. We'll see if Devin Carter is going to be a part of it. Maybe Isaac Jones, but certainly some potential G Leaguers, second rounders, and I get excited for it because this is where the likes of we've seen success stories. Keon Ellis, Isaac Jones, some of these guys that have been able to find roster spots, especially here in Sacramento, and utilize it to advantage. And it all starts in the summer.
Are you going to summer league no matter what?
It's a little bit up in the air at the moment. I go every year, and this year might be the first year where I decide maybe I won't. Maybe I'll take another vacation, but I think it just depends. Look, Vegas becomes such a hub for the NBA. You have ties to USA Basketball there. You have a whole bunch of free agency and trades. All your off-season moves tend to happen down there. So I think it just kind of depends on a few factors in terms of what the team is doing and what possibilities for content might exist. But certainly, I think if I do go this year, it won't be for the duration as I've been known to do. 10 days in Vegas is a lot, as you know, and typically I've always tried to do about a week. So maybe if I go this year, it might be just a handful of days.
We are out of time, and I appreciate you being flexible for Kevin Nagel, who popped on earlier, who, by the way, said to say hello. Truly, he says hi, and you're the man. As we go to break and we wrap up this section of the program, last thing, you're at Channel 3 now, KCRA, our content partner. As we go, what is it about Channel 3 specifically that is better than your old job, specifically colleagues? And if you want to use names, that's fine.
Oh, Dave. How about, yes, I can tell you, how about just strictly they have a helicopter?
Live Copter 3. Dude, have you been on it?
God, no.
Well, they don't let you go on it when they hire you?
So they have used it. They have used it for high school football before, where they've been able to do like an eye in the sky view of some of the games that go on. That's kind of appealing. I will say this: like, I'd be down to do it. But I don't know that I would be down to do it more than like once. You know what I mean? Like
once.
I just to say that I did it.
Get on Live Copter 3, dude. Seriously, call people. You got to get on Live Copter 3. I would never do that, but shout out Dan Shively and Live Copter 3. We appreciate you, Sean. Let's hug soon. I love you, buddy, and thanks for coming on. I appreciate you.
Love you guys. Anytime. Talk to you soon.
All right. Take care. That is Sean Cunningham. We're way late for a break. When we come back, who's hot, who's not, we'll go streaking. We'll do it all right after this.